All right, first and foremost, give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and his son, the Hamashiach Yahushua, who some call Yeshua, Yehoshua, we mostly know as Jesus Christ. The churches in Texas. Let me find something. Well, we just going to get through. I need to bring this mic up. I need to get me a mic stand. A lot of times y'all see me, I be slumping over I can't lean back like I need to. I probably need to get a mic stand. Anyway, Texas, churches in Texas in general. I think Texas is gonna be that place. I think it's gonna be the next plague, the next, Hollywood, the next Atlanta. That's gonna be dealt with all kind of sexual immorality, all kind of diseases, all kind of play. I think I heard something recently of a high rate of STDs down there. But the moral compass of that place is just totally destroyed, and the churches are destroyed also, and the ministers down there. And this one of those places where, they say everything bigger in Texas and all. Man, them churches are huge. Because Texas is a humongous state. It's so many people there. It's so many mega churches there. So many humongous churches there. Not just TD Jakes. TD Jakes is a factory for producing a lot of these pastors that we gonna see on this screen, or pastors that are like the people we gonna see on this screen. I'm not gonna say that he has any affiliation with any of these people, but I do know that he has graduated a lot of these pastors, like that brother Keon, Pastor Keon something, that's dealing with the issue with his church and the insurance and so forth. And I really didn't speak on even that situation because, people do need money, man. It could be a cash grab, but people do need, hurricane hit your church. You do need money. You do need money, man, to get that church up and running. So I don't even want to look, man. Just one of them situations. I don't want to even see what's behind that veil with these churches, man. With these churches. It's sickening. It's filthy behind there, man. And I don't know this passage, but I can just paraphrase the vision. But the angel was taking this individual to deeper sections of the temple or the synagogue, and every place they turned, they were worshiping an idol. But I think it's even filthier in that church, man. And not all churches, not majority of churches. But there's a good number. And not only is there a good number, but, a lot of these churches, they the only ones that get seen. The small churches don't get seen. I know you go to work, you probably pass by 20 churches. You see them little churches on the side of the road, probably can't fit about 75 people. You like, man, they ain't where the parking lot? Not those churches. Even though some foolishness going on in some of them too, but we don't see them. We just drive by them, you don't see them except on Sunday. Them big churches, they gotta be open every day. They always got something going on. It's some big function, or they schools, or they doing other stuff, and You just see them. They're so big, and they just, when we did have the school, it was across the street from it wasn't directly across the street, but the school was kind of where you had to go across the street, and then you went through these apartments, and it'll take you into New Birth, where Pastor Jamal Bryan is, what used to be Pastor Eddie Longs. I still think it's in his family church out there in Lithonia. And it's just the city, man. You know, I would always see it. You always go through there, you see it. You know, people would just walk it. It was just so big that it was an exercise place too. You could just walk it. Members had a gym that they can go to. That church kind of built that city. It kind of built Stonecrest. Well, Lithonia, which ended up cutting in half, the rich part of Lithonia ended up cutting in half, and the wealthy part, the more wealthier part, kind of separated one to their own city called Stonecrest. Anyway, hate to go through all that with y'all. Sometimes be blabbering, but this pastor's gonna talk about some of this stuff that's going on out there in Texas. Urban Ranger, where you at, bro? Make sure you hit them comments, man. Talking about some of your church pastors out there. I know you done been to some of these churches too, man. Not to say you got anything to do with like that, bro. You know, you have a zeal for God. I understand that, brother. But be careful, man. You find yourself in these places, man, because you like them big buildings and stuff like that, man. You know.
Different mega churches have had to resign in Texas because of moral failures. But I got bad news for preachers that's playing all over this nation. It's about to happen many, many more places. Josiah Anthony of Cross Timbers Church had to resign because of moral failure in the same fashion as Tony Evans.
They can't talk about it. They got to resign. They can't talk about it. Nah, man. What you got going on, man? What you got going on? And I know there's some people saying, hey, man, you know, it's just you know, they just keep it and they gonna keep it. But what if it's, you know, what if it is pedophilia? What if it, you know, what if you've harmed someone? What if it's at that level, man? You don't think people should know? You don't think the body should know? You don't think the people that he was shepherding should know?
He don't want to give no details. Robert Morris is the one that we almost.
That Robert Morris dude, y'all remember we did the video with the they had the exact same sermon? That's that joker right there. And y'all were like, then it was one joker was like, hey man, quit the racism. Cause I said, I think it was because I said that the black dude did the you know, he was a little more enthusiastic about, you know, putting it together. He had better speech or whatever. He was put on a better show basically. And Joe was like, man, you being racist.
It's the one that we all mostly know about, and
well, your boy a pedophile. All right. Now, what? You trying to defend him, but your boy a pedophile, man.
He did damage to a 12-year-old child.
Touched a 12-year-old. You'll be trying to tell me don't be racist. And I wasn't even being racist. I'm just saying what it was. I felt the brother did it like a brother would do it. We different. We've been bred to be entertainers.
The one that we all mostly know about, and he did damage to a 12-year-old child, and may God reward him for his.
And we don't know about that. Who knew about this man touching a 12-year-old? Who knew? I ain't know about that. That's why I had to keep up. I gotta keep up with these joker channels, man. You know, salute to this brother. He took a shot at Israelites one time about that chariots, and I was like, anyway, I don't even want to get into that. But salute to the brother, man, for outing a lot of this foolishness, man.
Deeds. Luke Cunningham, also in Texas, at Lakeside Baptist, he did something inappropriate with a child, allegedly.
These folks touching children, man. In the pulpit, touching children. And talking about, oh, I'm just going to step down morally, just going to step down. I don't want to, you know, I'm just not in a place to be worshipped. Now, you ain't a place to be around nobody, man. You can't be out. You got to be monitored. We need to know everywhere you at. See, jokers have certain sins on them, certain things they doing. You know. That's a little, you know, that's just, you know, that you can't be around it, man. You can't be around it. You just can't be around it. And it just ain't good to have those people around the body. They wolves. And they prey on the little ones, man.
And he's going to face those charges. Ronald Goins of Koinonia.
Look at this joke. Look how this joker was sitting up there smiling. Look how this joker looking.
Baptist, he did something inappropriate with a child, allegedly, and he's going to face those charges.
And who cares? Where the members at with the kids? Because these things gotta be. Man, we can't be protecting these folks. But watch, y'all keep watching this video, man. It's gonna get crazy.
Ronald Goins of Koinonia Church, he's going through a divorce, and he was just charged for SA, and we'll see what happens there.
I think we did the video on that, brother. But again, all these is in Texas, man. He had a fairly sized church. It's not a mega church, but it's a good sized building.
Tony Camarota of Stonebriar Community.
He got a certain look to him. Come on now. They got a certain look. They got a certain look to him, man. Come on now.
Community church also in Texas. He just stepped down for moral failure, and just like Tony Evans also.
And y'all may think I'm wrong for that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but hey, that's how I feel. If I see it like that, I got, I'm watching you. I ain't gonna call you out, but man, I'm not gonna leave my kids around you.
We don't want to tell any details and give the devil any space.
We don't want to give no details. Come on now. I was talking so much I didn't even hear what he said.
We don't want to tell any details and give moral failure, and just like Tony Evans also, we don't want to tell any details and
moral failure. Man, Joe used to get, and that's the thing. For somebody to do that, I feel like it's not like adultery. It's not fornication. It's not adultery. It's just one of them unspeakable sins. That you don't even want to say. You out here doing, man. Out here with, I don't even want to talk about that. Y'all, man, y'all, and like you was in Atlanta enjoying some of them Atlanta festivities over there on that rainbow and messing with kids. And then you gonna step down and say it was moral failure. Nah, man. Rebuke openly. Rebuke openly. We don't want to ever deal with that. We always talking about, what's that, Matthew 18? Me, he hit me with the Matthew 18. He pulled me to the side and told me, brother. Nah, man. Open. Rebuke openly. So everybody else can fear. So the rest of the pedophiles in there will fear. Everybody need to know you a pedophile. Everybody in the neighborhood gonna know. Everywhere you move, you gotta register as a pedophile. And then every church should know. This joker was a pedophile.
Give the devil any space. I am bringing this to our attention because I need you to understand that this is not happenstance. This is the culture of mega churches. That's why there are a lot of ministries that require NDAs. And if you have to get employment in a ministry, and one of the first things you have to do is sign non-disclosure agreements, red flag.
Y'all in the ministry signing non-disclosure agreements. I wonder if any camps have that. And some telling me, it's a little inkling in me. Some telling me it's one or two camps out there. You get to a certain position, you signing the NDA. You signing the NDA. I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to find this verse. First Timothy. Let me read it real quick. It says, those who sin should be reprimanded in front of the whole church. It's the NLT version. Those who sin should be reprimanded in front of the whole church. This will serve as a strong warning to others. Stand them up. There's a few organizations that do, and people don't like that. You know, people don't like that. Of course they don't. And that's the stuff. Listen, some of the best, you don't like the medicine. The medicine's always been. I'm finna load up a video right now. Y'all ain't gonna like it, but it's medicine though. See, the more y'all sitting here telling me, man, why you gotta keep doing it? Why you don't do that, man? But you ain't deal with what I said in the video. What I said in the video. So I just know that you just took your medicine and you mad that you ate your medicine, but the medicine was good for you. It was good that you took that little dosage of medicine, man. You can have a good sleep now, man. You can be at peace. Shalom. But anyway, man, reprimand those in front of the whole church. Embarrass them in front of everybody so everybody will know. And you know why, man? Because people fear people more than they fear God. A lot of people are more afraid about what somebody gonna say to them instead of what God gonna say about them. Come on now. Y'all finna have me preach. A lot of jokers is more scared, more fearful of people than they are of God. They're more fearful of people finding out than God finding out. Because if they understood that God was gonna find out, they know, you know, he know anyway. You can't get away with it. Nah, man, bring them folks out in front of the whole church, man. Bring that pedophile in front of the whole church before you turn them in. Bring me in front of the whole church. In handcuffs. Police should be there too. Should have the police there. Have him in handcuffs. Let him do what he need to do and repent.
This place is corrupt. I want you to know that these things are not just happening by chance. The culture of these places is created because people like you, some of you on TikTok, defend this madness. Y'all tell people not to hold pastors accountable.
Yeah, y'all defend it. You don't want nobody talk. Don't you talk about my leader. Don't you dare. Don't you touch God's anointed.
Every time someone speaks up, you think that they're here to be a hater. But you know what? In 2 years of doing this, no one whose wife has gotten taken advantage of ever came to rebut me. No one whose child has been taken advantage of has come on here to rebut me.
That's what, see, he understands it too. He understands it too. That a lot of y'all have these concerns, and you know, you get in the comments and you're going crazy and you feel like, you know, you're in an uproar a little bit, but most of y'all, you know, the people that is truly affecting, like IUIC, I doubt if any IUIC member has ever, any man of valor has ever hit my comment board. I doubt any Sakari member, and I did a video on Sakari, I doubt any Sakari member has hit my board telling me, oh, well, no, we don't teach that. You know, I never see that. It's always, well, nah, they don't teach that. And see, you're not part of the organization. See, those in the organization, you know, and those affected by it, they're going to examine it. It's only the people on the outside that's a lot of times worshiping men that you can't even look and read the text and be like, you know what, the brother might have, he might have said that wrong, you know. Or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong. You know, or you worshiping, you know, oh, I could be wrong Hold on, y'all.
It's always people who are not affected and feel uplifted by fair speeches. People who love their celebrity pastor who come on here to rebut people who are trying to hold the church responsible.
Y'all gonna be defending these celebrity pastors. They ain't even been to the church.
But when it happens in your home and it happens to your family, all of a sudden you have an outcry. But at last, I got to say this. The Lord is allowing exposure to happen in the apostasy. Even though there is a great falling away and people love darkness rather than light, people have itching ears, God allows this exposure not for the people who will always fight you when you tell the truth about these things. The reason why is because God is reaching out to people who want to be pure, people who want to be set apart, people who don't want to go down with the ship. God is allowing you to see it. He's
a brother named Pastor Ray Curry Jr. I was just lifting that up so y'all can see him on TikTok.
allowing it to come forth so that you can come out of it. You know, people always say defund the police. What we need to defund is a lot of pastors. And people who are sincere need to connect, and we all have to keep praying together. Thank you for listening. I hope that we will allow God to continue.
All right, my brother. Hey, you know, well said, you know what I'm saying, exposing these folks and putting this together. A lot of people are scared to speak out. A lot of people don't want to speak on it. But just like that 1 Timothy 5:20, we just can't use the Matthew 8. I think it's Matthew 18. And Matthew 18:15. Let me see. Brothers be using, man, he ain't even Matthew 15, man. If you in sin, brother, that thing get called out. Yeah, moreover, my brother trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and you. And that's, you know, that's if your brother screwed you over, but your brother in sin, we putting that joker on blast. Take off. That joker a pedophile. Gotta put him on blast. In front of the church, everybody gotta know. And there's reasoning behind these things, man. And you can be responsible if, you know, if something happens to somebody, because you didn't give warning, because, you know, you allowed that to just be something underneath, and you putting NDAs on certain things, and what my brother be using all the time, building a sin tolerance. We have a sin tolerance for certain sins, and certain sins we you know, we'll call out, but we got to start just holding each other accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're gonna do here on this channel. We're gonna hold people accountable, man, and I want y'all to hold me accountable, man. You feel I'm wrong, hey, you know, speak up about it. I examine myself, and if I'm wrong, if I feel I'm wrong, hey, man, you know, I apologize and repent. But that's all I wanted, y'all. I pray this thing was edifying. We'll see y'all on the next one. Shalom.